I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a great Sunday. And I hope you're having a great day today. Today I want to talk about 7. I've actually added one more point between my last patients and this live video right now. I want to talk about 8 things that most people in India can do right now to start changing their health, to start moving the system from sick care to health care. 8 little things that we can do that do not cost any money. We can do it for ourselves, we can do it for our parents, we can do it for our children. The number one thing, because we're living in a country right now where disease is getting worse. We have the statistics from all over. India leads the world with diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and everything comes along which comes along with cardiovascular disease. High blood pressure, people dying of early heart attacks, people suffering with paralytic strokes. Then we have autoimmune disorders, people having to suffer from arthritis, lupus, so many other issues when it could have been prevented in the first place in most cases. Cancer is becoming rampant in the country and people are beginning to accept that it's something normal and that people are going to get it. But we need to change our mindset and understand that our lifestyles have changed, and that's why today most people are suffering from lifestyle diseases. Diseases which are caused by poor lifestyle, diseases that can be possibly reversed when we make a change in our lifestyle. Let's start off with the 8 points that most Indians need to do immediately to change their health or to prevent the onset of disease. Number 1, late dinners. For the longest time, we made ourselves believe that, we have late dinners because we want to eat with our families and it's the only meal in the day which we have at home and all of that stuff. It's time to separate the bullshit from the truth and start understanding that because we eat late dinners, most people have indigestion, acidity, inflammation, gut problems, high blood sugar levels early in the morning, blood pressure, and all of these other issues. Enough is enough. Our lifestyles have changed. People eating dinner at 10 o'clock and sleeping at 10:30. People eating dinner at midnight because their lifestyles are all over the place. Well, to build a great business, to build a great career, to build a great relationship, we need discipline. Likewise, to build great health, we need discipline as well. The first thing that we need to change is late dinners. Now, most people will have excuses, but every human being has excuses. We're not here to listen to your excuses. We're not here to solve your problems. Where there's a will, there's a way. There are millions of people over the last couple of weeks who have made a change from a late dinner to an early dinner. And we have some of the busiest people who lead multinational companies who are more busier than most people, and they have learned to eat an early dinner, be it at their workplace, at home, or they make changes in their day and they're able to do that. When you start eating an earlier dinner, everything changes. Your blood pressure, your blood sugar levels start to stabilize. You sleep better at night. You start losing unwanted weight and unwanted fat in your body. You have more energy levels. So people don't have to go on making caffeine into a fad, popping espresso after espresso, thinking that, hey, wow, we're in this new coffee culture where all of us are basically surviving on caffeine. So the number one change is late dinners. If you're eating at 10, try to bring it down to 9 and then 8 and then 7. I'm not saying you have to eat with sunset, although most people have found a way to do that and they're reaping the benefits of having an early dinner. That's the first thing you do. The second thing that we need to do is we need to start improving the quality of our sleep. Okay, sleep deprivation is a huge issue in our country. And of course, you have the ultra cool people and the wannabes who think that it's cool to be sleep deprived throughout. There are people who have genuine sleep deprivation issues which they have to fix because you need to fix it to improve your health. Today, medicine and science are showing us the connection between sleep deprivation and low immunity, sleep deprivation and cancer, sleep deprivation and diabetes, high blood pressure, autoimmune, and everything else. So we have all the science in place, but people are still not doing it because most people have equated success, coolness with staying up late at night, binge watching TV programs and all of that stuff. You have 7 days in a week. Take the weekend to enjoy yourself, party, do what you want, but get the other 5 days in a week correct. You know, the idea of lifestyle changes is not for you to become this hermit and stay at home and not have friends. The most successful people party, they stay out late at night, they socialize, they drink in moderation, they eat the foods that they like, and yet they have fit bodies, healthy minds, and they are happy inside. They don't live with restriction. For everyone else, it's an excuse. They think making a lifestyle change means they need to give up everything that they have around. But those are the people who have the loser attitude. The people with the winning attitude will have all. They won't give up anything, but they'll find their balance, they'll respect their bodies, and they will maintain their health. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and they will travel, they will party, they will socialize and do everything. The people with the wrong attitude will do all of that and lose their health. They will lose their health to fit into society, to basically fulfill obligations of what society has defined, and they will lose their health. And when they lose their health, that same society can't fix it for them. So sleep deprivation, big problem. Fix it. That's the second thing. The third thing that Indians have to realize, most Indians, there are no shortcuts to health. Okay, there are no quick fix pills that are going to help you lose weight. You need to put an effort, like you put an effort in bringing up a family, building a relationship, your career. No one builds a career with no effort at all. Building a business, building your wealth, all requires effort. And so does your health. You need to take responsibility for your health and put in effort. There are so many people still Googling fad diets, looking at fad programs, looking for easy way outs, going through extreme diets, getting sicker, losing 2 kilos, putting back on 4 kilos, and all of that stuff. Shortcuts do not work. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Laziness is the biggest sin. Because people are lazy, they don't want to do things. It's a big problem. Number one, take responsibility for your health. There are no shortcuts. Like I posted this morning, I don't care if you're a CEO, whether you're an actor and an actress, whether you fly a plane, whether you're handling $1 billion fund, it is still your responsibility to look after your health. It is no one else's responsibility. You cannot outsource your health. You may have a trainer, you may have a nutritionist, you may have a doctor who comes the moment you call him up and all of that stuff, but you are still responsible for your health. Just because you're richer, it doesn't give you the option of outsourcing your health to someone else. So take responsibility and look after the source, which is yourself. Because if you built that material wealth, if you built that business, whatever you did, you required your body. You required your entire system to do that for you. So don't abuse it and don't disrespect it. People who compromise their health to gain other stuff in life disrespect their own selves and their bodies. So change that, and that's a huge change that most Indians have to make, because they say, oh, I'm sacrificing my health to build a career so I can feed my family. I'm sacrificing my health to build wealth so I can do all. These are lies. These are little lies that we feed ourselves, and they build into stories, and all these little lies become our truth, and we begin to believe in it. There are so many successful people who achieve all that and more, and they still have their health in place. Now that's success. That is the beauty of success. The fourth point, exercise consistently. Okay? Most Indians are lazy. They may do 30 minutes of a walk, and the rest of the day they're sitting, they're doing nothing, they're watching TV, they need a servant to pick up the remote control and give it to them. They need a servant to open the doorbell every time it rings. They need servants for everything. Have servants, have drivers, do what you want with your wealth, but it doesn't mean you must become lazier. There are certain things that only you need to do. And I've seen this equation. The more servants people have, the more health problems they have, because the lazier they get. Okay, you may have all these material wealths in the world, but if it's causing you to lose your health, you want to start questioning yourself. Have all the help in the world, but you cannot be lazy. Exercise consistently. Whenever I meet people across the country, they're like, oh yeah, I exercise. I do this, I do this. I say, how often? Once a week, twice a week. And then sometimes we don't do it for 2 weeks. We lack consistency and discipline. Just because you go to a gym doesn't mean you're working out regularly. Just because you're working out doesn't mean you're doing it consistently. Look at consistency. Just because the wedding seasons come up, just because Christmas is around the corner, Diwali just passed, it doesn't mean you stop your physical activity. The wedding may be 4 hours of your day. What about the balance hours? You still had 35 to 45 minutes for a workout. You know, most people say, oh, Luke, we're going to start a new program on the 1st of January, February, after all. Your body doesn't give a crap, it doesn't give a damn about waiting for you. Your cells need activity and nutrition every second of the day and night. It is not going to wait till January. And then we have the same cycle every year. People will make their resolutions, they're good till Feb, and then back in October they'll say, let's wait till next Jan. The change starts right now. Stop procrastinating, stop waiting. You have right now to start looking after your health. You don't wait till Jan. There's no magic in Jan. There's no magic on the 1st of Jan. It's probably just consolation for you to drink more, party more, abuse your body more because, oh, I'll start in Jan. And then people put on all that weight and they want results. They want to lose that weight in the next 1 to 2 months. It doesn't work that way. So change your mindset and stop making excuses. When it comes to exercise, consistency and discipline is more important than the intensity of your exercise. Remember that. Discipline and consistency is more important than the intensity of your workouts. The fifth point is your stress. Something I commonly see amongst people, most people in India. Oh, everyone's stressed. We need to live with it. No, you don't need to live with it. Are you everyone? Are you everyone? No, you want your own individuality. You want your own personality. You want your own character to drive your individuality. So just because everyone's stressed doesn't mean you need to accept it. We live in a country which has a very strong spiritual grounding. Everyone has gurus, self-help book, ashrams, churches, all of these things. We claim that we're spiritual. There are people who have made spirituality a fad. Their to-do list, I did my 1 hour of chanting, 1 hour of yoga, 10 minutes of meditation, but they don't apply this to their lives. And that's why stress has become more and more. People don't know how to accept and they don't know how to let go. They're just taking on more and more, and anxiety. And like I said, if you're a spiritual person or you're trying to improve, start practicing what you're learning. Knowledge is a lot. Knowledge without execution, knowledge without action is useless. And every second person is talking about a guru or about what they read in the scriptures or stuff. Everyone's just talking. No one's doing. Everyone's just praying, but they're not praying with faith and belief. They're anxious. When you pray with faith and belief, which means you surrender your problem. There should not be chronic anxiety. But most people are anxious and they claim they're spiritual and all of that stuff. They've not learned anything from spirituality. All they do is read. It sounds good. It makes us feel good. But complete the process by practice. Practice, practice. The only way to manage stress in today's life is by connecting with yourself, by grounding yourself. If you're disconnected like most people are, all your spiritual stuff that you read is only knowledge. It is nothing without action. So if you have a spiritual path or you're looking at stress, change your mindset. Everyone has stress, but there are some people who beautifully do not allow it to harm them. And those are the people who do not have health problems. The 7th point is sugar. You need to understand, no matter which doctor of yours told you that you can eat anything when you're sick, sugar is poison. Sugar in excess is poison to the human body. Have a teaspoon in your cup of chai here and there, that's fine. You're eating sugar, hidden sugar in all the junk that you're eating. You find sugar in cooked foods. You find sugar in Thai curries, in Indian curries, and all of that stuff. So all the hidden sugars with the sugar that you're having in your day has now become overconsumption. Sugar is your poison, period. Accept it, deal with it. Do what you have to do with it, but sugar is messing up the life of your children, you, your parents, and everything else. Just because you have more money doesn't mean you spend more money on junk food and crap food. You still eat wholesome, nutritious food that your body requires. And one food that your body doesn't require is white, refined sugar and all the products that contain it. So we need to change our attitude towards sugar. The last point, fasting. It is inbuilt in the genes of Indians and most human beings to fast. Every religion in our country talks about fasting. When I'm talking about fasting, I'm not talking about starvation. I'm not talking about deprivation. I'm not talking about you making fasting into a fad and everyone's having a competition who fasted more hours. I'm talking about have an early dinner, make a nice beautiful 12 hours, wake up if you're hungry, have your breakfast. If you're not hungry, extend your fast. But people in our country are eating too much. They are constantly snacking and snacking and snacking. We're not even giving our digestive systems a break to digest our previous meal. We're munching on nuts. We're munching on something else. We're drinking kombucha. We're eating pumpkin seeds. Throughout the day, we're eating. Just because you're putting more healthy foods in your system doesn't mean you're going to get more healthy. You're going to get more healthy when you build beautiful fasting cycles in your system, because your body's intelligence is designed to keep you healthy, not your conscious mind filled with all the crap that you keep reading on social media about this superfood is going to change your life and all of that stuff. There is no superfood that is going to change your life. There are no shortcuts. Superfoods may supplement a deficiency in your diet and help you, but it's not a magical food that's going to change something. Start building fasting phases, even if it's 8 hours, and then move it to 9 and then 10 and 11 and 12. And don't make it a fad. 16, 8, 24, this, all of that stuff. Every individual is unique. If 12 hours works for you, do 12 hours. If 14 hours works for you, do 14 hours. Stop comparing yourselves with the world and seeing what they're doing. You do what suits your body type. And if you listen carefully, your body's going to tell you exactly what you should be doing. And these are the 8 points that most Indians need to change right now. And if they change it, they're going to see a dramatic change in their health, their lifestyle, their energy levels, their weight, their immune system, their skin, their hair. And you're going to feel better about yourself. Stop complicating stuff. There's enough of complication in the world. And for the longest time, complication has not worked. We need to move back to simplicity. Move back to simple things. Simple is cool. Complication is made to be cool by the media houses, advertisements, and all of that stuff. But simplicity is the new cool. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.